So here we go. Is the relationship over if the marriage proposal is declined?
First off,
If she said no to the ring,
listen. So I'm saying bye-bye.
No vagina is whack or dry. You just don't turn her on. I'm jugular out the gate, bro. Let's get into this.
Dating someone you can have fun with is really unmatched. That's in my top 3. If I can't have fun with you, I don't even know how this thing gonna work.
hey, bro, give us the other 2. Fun and what else?
Nah.
All right, no, don't worry. It's all good. What else?
That's why you can't tell your brother stuff in confidence, because they go,
Let's normalize bragging about women like this.
Hey, now.
go back. I'm being honest. I feel like she started feeling the beat a little bit.
Are you guys brutally honest with your friends, or do you hold back in order not to hurt their feelings?
The honesty is not the brutal part. The brutal part is how the person perceives your honesty.
If you're dating a narcissist at Christmas, you had better run.
May this help. Will this help you?
Don't forget the maybe, baby. Don't forget
Hey,
the
listen.
maybe, baby.
All I'm saying is we need to get in the studio.
Baby.
Welcome to another episode of Maybe This'll Help.
Yo, it's showtime.
I just want to see what happens if we leave him out there for a second by himself.
Hey, I got
You
you.
know he'll handle it. You know he'll handle it.
Yeah, just and they would be so excited. Dub, would you do the show by yourself?
Would I do the show by myself?
You think you can hold it down by yourself?
I can hold it down by myself. I think I'll be all right. It'll be a very interesting show. But
You sound concerned, Mike. Don't you sound a little
Hey,
concerned?
man, look, because you don't have nobody to bounce stuff off of. I don't know if I can do
I'll
it.
be like, y'all.
Anybody in the chat room want to talk to me? He probably call somebody up, have him on speakerphone, so he ain't got to be by himself.
Man, look.
Mike, could you hold the show down by yourself?
Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and say no, because the way we run the show, we bounce things off of each other. You know what I mean? And I feel like we talked about behind the scenes. I feel like it needs to be at least 2 people. You know what I mean? Because the things we need to say are great, but then it's just like crickets, and then you got to wait, look to see if anybody responds. Okay, no, now I got to just move on. It's hard to kind of go back and forth with yourself, even though we do it daily.
Multiple personalities.
Yeah,
I was going to say, the reason I asked that is because when I was praying before the show, God was just reminding me, man, this is not really a show, it's therapy, right? And so we are here not just to do a presentation of what we think is best. We're here to share our ideas with our brothers and kind of see, where we stand with the people that we, hold close to us, and see how is this holding up, compared to the man, I want to be. And that's one thing I really like about this show. It's not just getting on here saying, oh man, this is the best, and this is what women think, this is what men think. This is where I'm at right now. And I kind of felt different before. We're sharing, and we encourage, we challenge, we support, and we kind of dig into these circumstances together and try to find as much truth as we can. I love this show, man. But I'm right there with Angel Guts. If I need to have a multiple conversation with all 12 of these people and living inside my head, 100%. We argue all day long.
Wild show, boy.
Hilarious show. Hey, y'all go ahead and welcome anybody in, man. I left my drink, so I gotta get my drink. I'll be right back.
What up, Amber? What's going on?
Yo, everybody,
What's up,
welcome to another episode of Maybe This'll Help, the podcast. Hey, is that how you do it? Hey.
Yeah, that's good. Yo, how was your week though?
Man, my week was decent, man. My week was real decent. I had some really, really good times this weekend. This weekend was.
What you do, brother?
Man,
I'm curious, brother. I'm curious to know one or 2 things you may have got into this weekend, bro.
Hey! I was like, pow, punk ass. You know what, man? I had a really good weekend, man.
Good.
I had a really good weekend. Spent some time with some close friends, and it was good, man. It was refreshing. It was refreshing. I had a lot of errands and a lot of stuff to run, a lot of things to do here and there, ripping and running and doing this and doing that, and take care of this, take care of that. But the time that I did get to spend with my loved ones, man, it was real good, man. It was definitely much needed. You know what I'm saying? I was excited about Javante Davis knocking out Raleigh yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was man, it was all in all, man, I'm cool. I had some throughout the week, man. I had some stress points. Mm-hmm. I had some really high stress points, man.
If you don't mind, if it's not too personal, how did you deal with those?
Man, you
don't
know
gotta go into detail, but
my stress point were really just trying to take care of business, and it was things that I tried to get taken care of, but then other parts of it that was out of my control. You know what I mean? And I was kind of waiting on certain things, so I was doing a lot of calls, emails, calls, going up to different places, trying to get the ball rolling on their end. You know what I mean? Because it's things that's affecting my life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was a little stressful. You know what I mean, when it came to that. But like I said, when it came to this weekend, man, I had a really good weekend, and it balanced itself out real good. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to hear.
What about you down there, bro?
This guy, right?
Huh?
Me?
This guy right here.
That guy. Yeah. This guy right there.
I'm doing all right, man. My hold up. There we go.
Oh wow, that's an interesting view. That other one was interesting. That's not the one we want. I'll put you in the middle.
No.
You don't like that?
No.
I mean,
it's like a gradient. It's like a gradient of complexion. Actually, Donnie looking white tonight.
Wow.
We'll put Donnie on that end. Yeah, he's looking darker than you tonight. He is looking darker than you tonight. Yeah.
Hey.
That's funny.
Man, this was I'm tired. I literally the word I've been using all week, man, trying not to use it, but the honesty of it is that just exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Just exhausted. And I felt it after I thought it was like, the booster shot I got, and I was like, dang, I'm exhausted. My body, and I slept all day that Saturday last weekend. But I was actually tired before then, right? And so I had therapy this past week, and my therapist hit me with this crazy idea about healing fatigue. Yeah, and so I think throughout the show I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah,
but he said that healing fatigue is when you have committed yourself to so much self-work, and it's impacting you on levels that you can't even see. It's all of them. And he said you can't really see it, but it's pulling from you to do the self-work, to be intentional about your words, to get up in the morning and do the homework from your therapy, to confront some of the issues and things that have plagued you since you were a kid, and to find a healthy way to respond to those things. He said that takes energy from you. So he said all this stuff you've been doing this. I've been with my therapist for a long time now, plus the work I was doing before him. He was saying, man, you're going to experience this fatigue because you're healing. It's like going to the gym. It's like if you decided to go to the gym and stay in the gym for a whole week, and he said, it's not talking about take a break away from the healing, but just recognize that your healing takes energy from you. And so you might have to not do other things. And so really, you guys know me. I've been trying to hang out. And when I go hang out, I'm pretty sure you guys can feel a little bit of a difference with my energy. I've just been tired, man. I've been wanting to just rest and let my body rest. I'm like, dude, I'm not changing too much. I'm still working my same 40 hours. I'm still going to the gym for an hour and a half a day. I got my schedule. I'm good. I know what I'm doing, but I'm not taking in consideration every morning how much energy it takes to get my mind frame into be disciplined, be kind, be the light, be found faithful, be patient, and it's one more I always forget. But every morning, and then when I'm in an energy with other people in the room, remembering who I am and standing firm on that, because there's always this cultural current that wants to pull you in a certain direction. It's almost like if you want to stand your ground at the beach, right? and that current keeps want to pull you out the seat.
Yep.
That's what it's like being at a job every day. No matter what your job is or being in culture, it's always something pulling at you. And usually you just go with the flow. But when you actually take a stand for your healing and your authenticity, that's taking energy out of you just to stand your ground in a room, to keep your mouth shut or to keep your mind focused on what you need to focus on regardless of what everybody else is saying. So he was saying that that's a healing fatigue that you're experiencing. So, just be mindful of it. So I'm working on making some accommodations for that this coming up week, man.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. And I don't know if y'all watched it. It's a movie. I think it's on Prime called Emergency. Have y'all seen it?
I just was talking about it. I ain't seen it yet, but I was like, man, I need to check this. Oh, okay. One of those, huh?
It's so good, but then like towards the end, it hits on some real stuff, man. And it made me think about maybe at some point tonight we'll talk about it. You guys ever considered how you've normalized and just been okay with having a gun pointed at your head? Being handcuffed and slammed on the ground because you still had to get up and go to school after, or you had to go in the house and do your chores after. Do you know that that's not okay?
Right.
Do you know that shouldn't be normal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that, we grew up in the hood and people sometimes come at us from the way we approach situations, maybe aggressively or maybe from a place of paranoia. But if we sit and think about it and we talking on personal time, our lives are threatened every day for the most part. And we just fashioned that around growing up in the hood, and it's just a mentality that we carry. But it's not, if nobody ever told you it's not okay, it's not okay. But yet and still we live with that. No, do you worry about, like in a movie, like if your tail light is out, are you sweating and paranoid because if you get pulled over, it's gonna be some BS?
That's crazy that you talk about that, bro, because it's like you think, like I think about different situations that I've experienced, being shot at, guns pointed at me, just all kind of different things, putting myself in different situations. And it's crazy because being raised in that hood mentality, it's almost like, well, I'm still here. That's a badge of honor, and that's really, you know what I'm saying? And that's really, it's like, it's a traumatic experience that we turn into, I'm still here. Look what you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like a badge of honor. And it's just crazy that you normalize, just like how you said, it's crazy that stuff like that is normalized. And it's just like, oh, well, whatever, it is what it is. So I got to keep it pushing. And you don't even recognize how traumatic that really was. I remember a situation one day, not really going to get too much into it, but I remember a situation one day where randomly some dude was just shooting at me and one of my boys. And the bullets were so close, I can hear them whizzing past my face. And I can just hear it, boom, whiz past my face and then hit the trash can that I was by. And then whiz past, the back. And it's just crazy. You know what I mean? And after we then got away from that situation, kept on going like
business as usual.
Business as usual.
Bruh. Yeah, man. I mean, I wasn't trying to start the show off like that, but
here we are.
Here we are, man. And I don't want to spoil the movie for nobody, but watch it, man. It taps into something really real towards the end, man.
And I think for me now it's when I didn't have a kid, stuff like that didn't really bother me. I feel like now, since I do have a son, and now he's riding with me 60% of the time he's in the car, I think it has a completely different, a new set of trauma. You know what I mean? That I try not to put on him because I don't want to create any type of fear or anything. But like I told you guys about a month or so ago, when I was around the corner from my own house and had a gun put on me, I'm like, denim could have been in the car. So now I feel myself just being on edge just to leave the house and take him to school. Like, damn, it's just head on the swivel, and I feel like it's almost like you hold your breath until you get back into your house. That's
real talk.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't even realize it until you get home and it's just like,
that's easy. And until we have that conversation, we recognize, like I think what Errol said, like it's not a badge of honor, man. This is something I need to talk about. I need to talk about this. Like, even if your situation wasn't as hectic as having a gun to your head and Like me and Carrie talked about the story about being handcuffed and thrown in the middle of the street while it's raining outside. You know, how I was in the front yard, guns being pointed at my mom and myself because I was driving a car. Like, maybe your thing was you got bullied as a kid, you know what I'm saying, to you, and somebody kept stealing your lunch, and like we somehow rationalize, justify, and say, oh, just part of growing up where I was and whatnot. But hopefully, you know, if you've watched enough of these episodes, or by the time we get to the end of today's episode, you'll recognize that those things warrant a conversation, because you might have fashioned yourself into this mentality that's keeping you from the life that God really has for you to live. Like Mike said on a few episodes ago, sometimes it's not the war that harms you, it's the armor that you got on that you feel like you got to wear. That sometimes that hurts you, that's damaging you as well. And some of us have put on some stuff and didn't even know that's not even our skin. That was just something we wore to survive a situation or a time in our life. But yeah, man, you know.
And that armor,
that's all I got.
No, I mean, I'm gonna kind of keep going. That armor is tricky because, you know, the armor could. So in order to in your mind, what you think is protecting yourself, you start forming these habits, whether it be carrying a gun on you, whether it be going a certain direction or going a certain way every day. You start forming these habits as if you're in some type of dangerous situation, even though you may not be. So now any little thing that happens, it becomes pushed to 10, whether it's somebody looking at you crazy in traffic, whether it's, you know what I mean, police getting behind you, whether it's just all these triggers.
Whether it's a woman walking up to your car acting like she want to be nice. I know plenty of dudes got taken out that way, either by the woman or she was trying to distract the dude so he can get, you know, somebody else can pull a lick. Like, this stuff is real, man. And you wonder why, why you gotta set an intention to be kind. Because in honesty, my default is not to trust.
Yeah,
it's that all that, just like you're saying, all that stuff is just crazy, man. Because like every time you say something, it just brings back another memory and another memory and another memory of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like even one of my homeboys got killed by girls, fine looking girls too. Came up to the car, they started having a conversation for hours at a time. And then the girl just asked questions and just got the dumping. You know what I mean? Killed one of my boys, and just like, whether it's a setup, whether she doing it, whether, you know what I'm saying, somebody else it's a crazy situation, man, to feel like you always have to keep your head on the swivel. You know what I mean? And you just gotta, you know, keep your eyes open. You gotta protect yourself at all times. You gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm paying attention to this. I'm paying attention to that. I'm doing this. Then on top of that, if you're out with someone, you have to make sure, you know, you're protecting these people that you're out with, you know what I mean? Because you got to make sure they feel safe and secure. And
sometimes they be on some oblivious stuff and not paying attention to their surroundings and stuff, and they think you being mean, but you're like, yo, like put your phone down and let's walk to the car. You know, it's 3 a.m. Like, no, but I want to see where everybody is and where they're going next. Like, listen, man, focus right now, because this ain't in the most ideal situation. I don't know who's wrong in that situation. Is it me? Am I paranoid because of situations I've been in, or they just not having good social awareness? I don't know, but it warrants a conversation. And I think that we have this conversation right now because I know a few guys have hit me up who don't really comment, but they watch the show. And I want you guys to know, man, that we talk about this stuff and we care about this kind of stuff. And this is why we say have a circle that you can share these thoughts and feelings with, man, because they come up at the weirdest moments. Sometimes, like even in that movie, you could be singing happy birthday, you know what I'm saying, to somebody you love, and all of a sudden they think about how many times they had a gun pointed at them. Man, this stuff just pops up at the weirdest moments. And go ahead, Mike.
No. I was just saying, what becomes when you realize it's damaging, at least for me, is when you try to act outside of your routine. When you try to relax. When you try to, all right, I'm gonna just leave the gun at home. You know, I'm going to the beach. I don't need to. But then when you get in the car and you start getting nervous and anxious because you know what I mean, you're so used to, you know what I mean, your thoughts of what protection is. You're used to having that. And so when you finally say, I'm gonna just go and try to enjoy the day with my family, and it's just amazing how that spirit of, you may want to call it fear, you may want to call it anxiousness, whatever you want to call it, creeps up on you because it's like, man, at any time, anybody could get out of pocket, especially what we're seeing in the news these days.
Yeah.
It's like nobody has regard for anybody else. It's like I'm a whatever I'm going through, that's what's important in life to me. F what Errol is going through, F what Donnie is going through. What I'm going through in my life is more important. And if they get in the way of that, then oh well, they just get run over. That's how it seems like the culture is these days. Whether
man. Hey, it's just real, man. It's just real.
Yeah.
Fellas, I want to thank y'all for letting me get that off my chest before we get started. I appreciate that.
Did you check in, Mike?
I don't think Mike checked in.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, no, I didn't. So great weekend. My son's birthday was on yesterday, so we celebrated him and just loved up on him. My mom flew out from Louisiana. So she was there. My dad was there. Jay was there. Her mom and brother were there. And, we just hung out and did family stuff. And today I went back to my church home, Prince Christian Center. Shout out to Pastor Fred.
They let you in?
Man, believe it or not, they did. I had a hard time at first getting in. Security was like, nah, but,
nah. We remember
I used the side door on the right side. They didn't see me, so I kind of snuck in for sure.
Okay.
And then, it was just good being back in the physical house. You know what I mean? Because we've been doing this online thing for so long. So just being back face to face with people and being able to worship and hear the word in the actual place was nice. It felt good. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, man. So mom's just flying back out tomorrow morning. So everything is good. Y'all pray for my sister. She got hit with COVID. She's in Chicago. She's doing better, but just keep a protective prayer around her, if you will.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
But yeah, other than that, I got an 11-year-old now. So,
hey,
yay!
Almost a teenager, bro.
Just winging it.
Jeez. Winging it. Yeah, trying to keep them alive as long as I can. Keep them alive.
That's it.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, y'all ready to get this thing started then?
Hey, let's get it going.
Let's do it.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we do, man. The first hour of the show, or now we're 8:30. The rest of this next half an hour, we're gonna pull up some posts we found online and have a live discussion about it, man. Nothing scripted, all candid. We ask you to join the conversation, jump in the chats. If you say something of value, what we'll do is we'll come in here and boom, just put it up there just like that. What Amber say? The struggle is real, the persecution is real, and Satan be getting pissed off, crying all the time, but just keep giving it to God. Yeah, 100%. That's what we're gonna do. We want to invite you on video, but your comments will definitely be up here. And all in all, everything we're doing tonight is in hopes that maybe it'll help. Second half of the show, we're gonna share some videos and do another live discussion. We're gonna end it off with a good resource for mental health and a prayer. So you guys buckle your seatbelts, invite somebody, tag somebody right now you think will benefit from this conversation. Share this on your Facebook page or your YouTube channel if you can. And let's get started, fellas.
Let's do it.
All right, so let's start like this. Would you give up what you love for who you love? One more time. Would you give up what you love for who you love?
I want Dub to go first. I want Dub to go first.
Little engine that could. Listen, I want to, but you see the way my destiny is set up.
So I'll say this. I would give up something I love for someone I love, but hopefully the someone I love won't want me to give up what I love. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, I love my motorcycles, my bikes. I gave up my bike.
I'm about to cry. Susie.
You know what I'm saying? Susie, yes.
Susie Suzuki.
Yes. I want another bike. You know what I mean? My grandma said she prayed me off of that bike.
I got that one too from my mom, bro.
So
I'm still getting me a bike in a few years. Watch me.
I'm getting another one too. Sorry, Granny. But she said she prayed me off that bike, but that's someone that I love, and obviously I love my bike, but it feels, just to give her peace of mind, definitely give her that bike.
What about you, Mike?
So he literally just changed my whole outlook, because initially my thing was nope. If I got to change something I love because you want me to, then my mindset was I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to change something I love for somebody else. But now that he said that, and it's directly towards the motorcycle thing, I got into a really bad accident right around the time Denham was born, or right before he was born, and that realization of not even my fault, somebody not paying attention kills me, then Denham is left without a dad. So I feel like that was definitely something that it was big. The love of motorcycle riding was big. Even to this day, I get goosebumps just seeing people riding, or what I mean, things like that. And so, but for him, what I mean, my love for him and my wanting to be there to see the entirety of his life kind of caused me to just like fall back altogether. And that's just one thing. But to answer your question, I think if you really love somebody, you have to just wait. You have to weigh that. Like, is it worth it? Is it worth losing this person because something that you say you love? And then you got to dig into it. Do you really love it? Or is this just something you like to do? You see what I'm saying?
Man, I love those crossroads, because when it comes down to it, who you love the most is going to prevail. But this is it's funny how we read this question, because when I read this, for y'all just joining us, it says nope. It says, would you give up what you love for who you love? So I was thinking about falling in love with somebody you're in a long distance relationship and you want to be with them, and like, would you give up your job and your familiarity with your neighborhood and move to Canada, to be with her and her free healthcare? I'm just trying to see if Mike, that's all you, huh? This brother here, man. I think that when I read it, I was just thinking about some of the sacrifices that may have to exist in order for you to be with the person that you love. I wasn't thinking about the person you love coming into your life and being like, nah, I don't like that couch. You know what I'm saying? Got to get rid of that couch. Like, I don't like your kids. Why don't you get rid of them? But no, on a different note, huh?
Wow.
No, we're not giving up things we love. Are we giving up things we love?
About to slide. You're not about to just roll past that, bro.
Hey.
Yes.
I'm just saying, man. If we titting for tatting around here, sure enough, don't like your mama. Just trying to see if we a motorcycle for a mother-in-law. Let's go ahead and make that exchange. We can cancel each other out. Oh man, but no, I looked at it from that way, and I feel like sacrifices will be necessary. One thing, and I don't know if this is toxic or not, or y'all can help me with this. One thing I feel like in my relationships is that a few of them, the woman continue to do things and ask certain questions to see how important she was to me. And when I talk to other guys, I recognize this is a common occurrence in some relationships, that they test and do and say certain things to see where they fall on a level of importance. And one person told me, like, every now and then a woman is going to check in to see where she falls in levels of priority, because she wants to be closest to the top as possible. And that's how she verifies if she's loved or not. Have you guys ever ran into that?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What happened?
I ran into that before. And it was kind of, I guess it was a topic that pissed her off, because she wasn't as high on the Richter scale as she thought she would be. But once again, man, if you're gonna ask a question, be prepared for whatever the answer is gonna be. But I mean, yeah, I have had women try to ask me questions, and I'm just like, what are you trying to ask me? Just be direct. Tell me what do you want to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you want to know. Stop beating around the bush. Hey, what about this? What about no? Tell me what do you want to know. so I can answer your question. I'll tell you where you at. You know what I'm saying? You can see how much time I spend with you, or how much we talk, or whatever, as far as how much of a priority you are to me. You know what I'm saying? Because there's, as much as we talk, or as much as we hang out, as much as we do, I could be doing something different. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other things that I could be doing. So, first off,
Mike, you ran into that?
Huh?
Oh, no, me.
My neighbor came to the door, telling me if I wanted to use the grill downstairs, just make sure I clean it off.
That's good stuff, man.
Listen, I got my ring lights on. It's clearly I'm doing something at the computer, but I guess.
And listen, she didn't know. She know you better than us what you be doing late night with the ring light on.
Wow.
But in response to this question, have you ever ran into that before?
Oh yeah, that's what I. Oh no, not that one. That's what I wanted to get into. She said, "I don't like that. Drop your hoes and female friends." For me, it's weird. It's levels, right? I think for me, certain female friends I may drop because whether it's some flirtatiousness there. We're friends, haven't done nothing, but maybe the flirting kind of goes too far sometimes because I haven't been in a relationship, but now I am. So either we can cut that aspect of our relationship off and strictly be friends. If not, then I got to cut you. Certain female friends are not going nowhere. I don't care. And even with Jay, she knows there's certain women in my life that just not going anywhere. They're staples in my life, and it's one of those things you got to get with it, or if you don't, then you got to decide whether you want to be in a relationship. Those type of serious relationships.
Yeah. We're Randall at, man, from last week. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Hey, I'm not gonna customize my whole situation for you, like straight up options.
Yeah, it's definitely options, but I think the key with that is communicating that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's where a lot of people get into that slippery slope of oh, you got to get rid of certain people, XYZ, because it wasn't communicated from jump. You know what I mean? I don't think it's anything that can't be worked out without some clear communication on both parties. Not, I'm gonna say I agree because I want you to think I'm understanding, or I'm gonna say I agree because I really want the relationship to move forward. No, because I've been there and tried to do that. It don't work. It don't work at all.
I say it like this. So would you guys be open to kind of going back to what Angel Guts said? I'm like that. Drop your hoes and that's fine, but your female friends too. Would you be willing to?
Nope. You ain't even got to read the rest, bro.
All right, can I throw this out there? I know I got your answer. Maybe this might change the answer. I don't know. As a temporary basis, because you're trying to establish something, almost like a pause, so that you can build equity in a thing. I'm
not dropping them. Maybe I might spend more time with her. You know what I'm saying? With my lady. You know what I mean? I spend more time. I probably won't spend, the thing is, having female friends doesn't mean that you're spending a whole lot of time with them. Doesn't mean that you're always doing things with them, right? So, I could, pause things with my female friends. I could, just spend more time with my lady. So that means I don't have as much time to give to them anymore. But you have to realize, like, some of my female friends has been in my life 30 years.
Yeah.
Right. And there's no way I'm just going to give them up just because you feel a certain way, or you got some thoughts conjuring in your mind that, oh, well, what about this? They could have, ain't no way possible that a man and a woman can be friends. Now get the hell out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? So for whatever it is that they going through, look, hey, we spending a lot of time together. You, my lady, we all good. We doing our thing, and that's cool. But for you to expect me to give up my friends who's helped me get through some times that, you know what I'm saying, you were never even there for. It's like, come on, man, that's dirty.
So why don't you love what I love? Go ahead, Mike. I
got something to throw at the female listeners in the audience, because from being in certain relationships and even friendships, romantic relationships, I feel that if a woman knows, or if a woman is introduced to that female friend, or if a woman is introduced to that relationship that you have with that female friend, 9 times out of 10, they'll be more accepting of that relationship. I think when it comes, what I've seen when the tricky part comes in is, when they've never heard of this woman. No, it's I'm going out to dinner with such and such. And I'm talking about you in a relationship. I'm not talking about the dating part. I'm talking about you in a relationship. The woman they never heard of Jennifer. Now it's, oh, I'm out with Jennifer. And so now she's like, oh. Yeah. And so I can understand that. That's why I said that communication part is key. I'm not saying you got to run down a list of every single friend you got, but out of respect for the relationship, I think that women will be a little bit more understanding if they kind of got a gist of, your female.
So this is something that ran past my mind. I was thinking to the fact we talk about friends, giving up your female friends and just because they're women, like that's a lot. One thing that came across my mind is if I don't hang out with them, then what do you want me to do with that time that I'm not going to be free? You want me? Is it so I can hang out with you more, right, or hang out with my boys, or like what? How much of this do you want to control? Second, I think about it this way. I've had to look at my female friends who refused to be friends with the woman I was dating and start asking questions around that.
Yeah.
Like if this is a woman that I've chosen. Yeah. How you got beef with her? You don't even know her. Like, what's your issue? I got this woman's intuition, but this is who I chose, and I'm your friend. So, okay, so well, actually, you can't be a part of this thing because you can't even support it. So that's a whole different conversation. But when I see that inner fighting woman thing happen that I've been exposed to so often, I usually end up just cutting out everybody who decides to participate.
So that's the tricky part, though, bro, because I had those friends. When me and Denham's mom were together, and I had those friends who weren't not that women's intuition thing, like, nah, that's not it. She's not the one. And I cut them off. But they were the ones that I should have been listening to. They were the ones that were right the whole time, but I cut them off. So now, now I've almost cut off my life support. So now I'm just stuck in the situation. Now I don't got nobody else to go to because I didn't cut everybody that I thought was just against me. When all the time they had my best interest at heart. So I think it's important before it even starts to know who your real friends are, to know who really got your back in situations, because then it don't even have to be questioned. It's like I already know where you're coming from with it because I already know we've already established our relationship. I think the questions that you have as far as I gotta go back and vet to see if these women are even really is because maybe that firm conversation hasn't been had. Like, are you interested in me in any other way besides being my friend? And if you are, cool. If I'm single, cool.
Say it again. Say that again. Yes. Say that again. That's a good conversation.
Yes. That firm conversation needs to be had of, are you interested in me in any other way besides being my friend? And I'm not, of course, people are attractive. It's nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking about, like, man, if you said we could go to the room right now, I'm going to the room with you. That type of stuff. Because some women and some men will play the friendship role just to see how close they can get.
That's good. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the comments and see what they're talking about in here, and they are in full agreement. So that's good to go. Man, yo, that honest conversation. I think there's some. Somebody pick the next one, man. Mike, Errol, when y'all pick the next one? That's forever, man. Just y'all pick the next one, man.
I got one.
Yep.
I got one. Let me see, where is it at? Where's it at? Y'all keep on while I'm searching for this. I don't plant my seeds, now I'm rooted. Brown skin popping, I'm rooted. You pull the hood out me, I'm rooted. Nappy head rooted. I don't plant my seeds, now I'm rooted.
I feel like that was like a commercial or something. Like what?
Listen, I haven't seen it in a while, so
I hope it made you happy. Errol, are you ready?
I'm ready. So I don't know what this is about, but the topic caught my attention. Let's see.
Go for it.
Let's see. Read something that said, "I walked away because you were too busy finding faults in me while I was too busy overlooking yours." Let that sink in. Let me read that again. Hold on. Read something that said, "I walked away because you were too busy finding faults in me while I was too busy overlooking yours." Yep, really let that sink in.
I feel like both people are wrong. Whoever walked away and the other person too. It seemed like a relationship with no accountability.
No, I was wondering what side of the fence y'all was gonna stand on. Go ahead, Mike. Speak on it, bro.
I feel like if we're in a friendship, let's just talk about friendship. If Donnie is saying he's my boy and he see me out here wilding out, not doing stuff, and he's not saying anything about it, but then I'm steadily telling Donnie, hey man, you know, just nitpicking at him. It comes a time where you got to realize, like, yo, is this a partnership or is it one-sided, or what are we doing here? Because if you my boy, I'm not gonna just break you down every chance I get for the things I think that you're doing wrong. We may have conversations and talk about it, but I'm not gonna, you know, drag you through the mud. And then on the flip side of that, if Donnie's my boy, he's not gonna just sit back and Mike fucking up again. There go Mike, just doing and not say nothing to me.
Yeah. Are you guys willing to lose your brother over like trying to help him, trying to give him a life jacket, trying to just share truth with him?
Are you willing to lose him?
Yeah, like sometimes people just aren't willing to take or handle the truth you're trying to give them, especially when it's about themselves.
That's a hard question to ask. I mean, hard question to answer, man, because you don't want to give up your brother. You know, you try to find some type of resolve, you know, but you don't want to not be truthful. You know, you want to tell them the truth. You want to, you know, hey, look, this is what's going on, man. You out here in these streets bad. You know what I mean? And some people just so busy wilding, doing whatever it is they want to do that they just don't want to hear it. So just to answer that question, would you be willing to lose it? That's tough, man. I honestly don't even have a solid answer for that, because no, I don't want to lose my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you the truth, but I'm gonna find some type of way to say, look, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, but you ain't going nowhere.
I hear that. So that means that your truth will more or less be towards like, nigga, we gonna fix this together. We're gonna work on this together. Like, this is a us issue, nigga. If it's a you issue, it's a us issue because you my brother.
Absolutely.
Got you, Mike. Yeah. Gave you the Batman laugh. What's up?
Tricky guy. Lose. Am I willing to lose?
Well, Mike is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, hold on, Mike. Why you thinking? I want to share something I've learned about my brother Mike. He's a man of integrity, and so when he says something, he means what he says. And I can respect the fact that he's taking so long to answer this question because he knows that after he says it, he got to live it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I respect it.
That's why I laughed when you asked it. I was like, okay, this is what we doing tonight. Okay, cool. Nah, I'll go ahead and say yeah, man. And so it boils down to I can only do what I can to help you. I can only give the words of wisdom. I can only go to the scriptures so many times. The work has to come from you. And if you're showing me that you're not going to put in the work, it's either one or two things going to happen. If we're brothers, if we're connected in that way, either I'm going to go down here or you're going to come up here. I'm not willing to sacrifice everything that I've worked for and tried to become and still becoming because I'm trying to help you, right? Because in order to help somebody or in order to attempt to save someone, I got to go backwards. Because if my motion is forward, I'm looking here, I got to do this to pull you up. To come on, man. Let's come on, let's do this. Every time I'm turning around, I can't go forward and turn around. I have to stop. I got to stop my progression to try to save you. And as a brother, I feel like that's exactly what you should do. But at what cost? To what end? Am I going to do this for the next 15 years? Like, I'm telling you that XYZ. I can only say so much before it's just like, you know what, brother? I love you, but
You know what this made me think of? It made me think of like in marriage, people have vows, what they can expect from one another. What if like brothers and sisters, like and best friend made vows so they would know what to expect from one another? Or is it not that serious? Is it just more or less like we just choosing each other, and that means the good, the bad, the ugly? You know, even if I'm gonna ride with you, even if you cost me my family and my job, like, or do you express these lines up front? Do you even think about boundaries with people that you say that you love, especially like we say that, it's my chosen family, not my blood family? Do you think about, or do you ever share boundaries with them? Like, I love you, my nigga. I love you. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain things like it comes to my wife. I just finished watching a movie this past weekend where this dude's brother was about the cost of his marriage because he kept getting him involved in some stuff, and he had to draw the line. He said, "I ain't messing with you no more, man, because you don't care about me and my family. Your actions show you don't care about you, but you don't see how that affects me as well." So I don't know, man. Just some thoughts.
That's just for me, man. I think that brotherhood is just so important to me. You know what I'm saying? So strong that I don't take that lightly. You know what I'm saying? And I don't take that lightly, and I don't feel like for me that's something that's just so easy to walk away from. No matter what the situation is, it's like, no, we're gonna figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Even if I have to grab you by the back of your collar and drag you down the street to make sure we going in the right direction, we're gonna figure this shit out and we're going in the right direction. For me, I feel like for me to just, even if you are going down the wrong path, for me to just leave you and just say, oh, well, you got to figure this shit out. Once you figure it out, you know what I'm saying, we good. I feel like I'm abandoning you. You know what I'm saying? And I know what it feels like to be abandoned. And that shit is not a good feeling. So for me, I'm looking at it like, okay, you know what? I got you. Like I said, even if it's like one of them things to where it's like you acting up, you somewhere where you ain't supposed to be, and I'm trying to get you to go and you still don't want to go. You still don't want to go. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have to knock your ass out, put you over my shoulder and carry you out, but we going. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just so important that I can't. I'm gonna do whatever I got to do at all costs, and I'm gonna still make sure I'm taking care of my business. I'm not gonna let it affect my family and stuff like that. But I can't see myself just walking away like that. You know what I mean? That's very hard for me.
So I'm asking. So I guess my question is, to what end? Are you talking about the next 40 years?
I don't see no end. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at it as like, oh well, unless you do this, you know what I mean? It's one of them things to where, man, I mean, you can never say, okay. It's a lot of situations you say you would do or you wouldn't do until you put in in that circumstance.
Yeah.
So nothing, you know what I'm saying? If it's my brother, I don't see them put me in that circumstance. You know what I'm saying? And if they did put me in that circumstance, because like I said, that title is so much to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not just no close homie. It's not just, oh, that's my nigga, or it's way more than that. You know what I'm saying? And it can't be just something taken so lightly that it's easy for me to just say, all right, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. I can't do this. I just think that we have such love and respect and admiration for each other that when that person's starting to step out of line, you know what I'm saying, you grab them by their coat, tell them like, hey, what's up? Fix this shit.
You brought up a perfect point. You said we have so much love and respect for each other. So if that brother loved me, wouldn't he make the effort, the try? Everybody gonna mess up, but wouldn't he at least make the effort or the try to get back in line?
Absolutely. Depending on where he's at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never know where somebody's mental is, you know what I'm saying, while they're going through some stuff. So, I mean, you can't just say, oh yeah, of course he would, because you never know where somebody's mind state is, and that's the tough part. You know what I'm saying? It's all where your mind is at that place, because if your mind is somewhere far gone at that place, sometimes you don't even recognize what you're doing. Sometimes you don't care about what you're doing. Sometimes you at the point of where like I don't even care. I don't care. Whatever happens. I really don't even care if I'm gonna be here or not. So I'm just doing me. I'm wilding. I'm just whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and sometimes it takes that person to look back and just say, "Hey, I have enough love for you to reach back and pull you out of that pit." Because I know you can't even see it for yourself right now. You know what I'm saying? I know you're in a position right now where you can see it for yourself.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I've done, man. I'm on the same road with Arrow. I don't want to walk away from my brother. And it's interesting how this question evolved, because my question really was, would I share truth with my brother, knowing that truth may make him walk away from me for telling him that truth?
That's
not that I would walk away, but I'm telling you some truth that I know that, you may not want to hear. Like, man, this dude, man, forget that dude. He'll walk away from me. But this conversation took the total flip.
Wow.
But what I will say is that on that same line with Earl, I think, man, I'm hearing us talk about the way we choose our brothers, man. We choose our wives the same way with that kind of intentionality. But I've changed my brother's access based on how he was acting, because I didn't want to change his title, but I changed his access. So I didn't go to him for certain things, or I just didn't let him know certain things that I was doing, or I wasn't available like I used to be. I changed his access because I didn't know what he was going through, but I knew it was toxic, it was hurting people. And so I just had to, recalibrate how I engaged with him without changing his title and his
That's interesting. That's actually some pretty sound advice, because hearing Errol speak, it's like, nah, yeah, you're right. Brother is a brother through and through, right? But how do you? I guess what I was fighting with is, how do you keep that brotherhood, but yet keep your own, values and thought process and everything steady as you want it. But and that Donnie, and essentially you just answered the question that was going on in my head. You just limit certain accesses to certain things. Don't mean I love you any less. Don't mean we're not brothers. Don't mean XYZ. It just means with this specific thing, maybe you don't get full. Maybe you don't.
That wasn't for you, Mike. That was for Angelus. That was for Angelus.
Listen,
don't
because I look up and I'm like, you my brother, so I'll hug you, but
not like this. Not with that one.
Not like this. Not like this. So no, yeah, that's some good solid advice there. Just limit the access if necessary. And that's good. That's good that what you said too, Doug. No, through and through. You know what I mean? If you guys make this this known that this is a brotherhood, this is what we're doing, then yeah, you gotta. This is what you're signing up for, essentially. That's good stuff. Thank you.
All right, I got one more fun one before we go into halftime, fellas. Y'all ready for it?
One more fun one. Have we hit a fun one yet?
Damn.
Ain't none of these been fun so far.
None been fun for you? Okay, sorry about that. How about this, Michael? Until that nigga love you out loud, he is a friend. Until that nigga love you out loud, he is a friend.
What does love you out loud consist of? What does that mean?
Putting it on Facebook.
Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all better keep everybody out y'all damn business like that, man. Keep everybody out your relationship. Stop letting people's opinion who don't even matter affect y'all relationships like this, man. Want to post and showing, you know what? So listen, man, listen. I heard Ice Cube say something a long time ago, man. He said, somebody asked him a question. He said, man, they said, how do you keep your relationship going for so long? You know, you guys been married for so long. How do you keep your relationship going for so long? He said, man, I keep everybody out my business. He said, simple as that. You know what I'm saying? I keep everybody out my business, and that's it. Yep.
That's how you keep your relationship going for so long. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
Here it is.
What you got?
So, yep. The one I wanted to post, that wasn't it. I just realized, like, hey a minute, that wasn't the fun one I was talking about. But we can talk about this, and we can still put another one up because it's our show. Some women said the loud thing is not being a secret. Here's another loud way of loving a woman. His friends and family know you.
Know of you or know you? Like they know that you're my girlfriend, or they know that we're together or dating or whatever, or do they know you like?
That's interesting. I brought one of my friends around, and I liked her, she liked me. Still trying to see what I wanted to do. And she was like, do they know about me? I was like, yeah, they know you, but do they know about me? And I was like, oh,
yeah,
do they know we made out last week? Okay, some of them do. Yeah.
That's that limited access.
Do we know? Do they know that we had sex back in 2002? Like, oh, you mean like did I just divulge everything to them? No, because I'm not a woman. I don't do that. I'm just kidding.
Right.
No, I just no. I noticed that my female friends, boy, they share a lot. I share a lot for a man. They just share this stuff on the strength, and I'd be like, Lord, not all of them. But just a certain few, and I'm just like, all right, y'all gonna just sit. And we're gonna talk an hour just with every detail you can think of. I told you guys in the last episode, I try to be strategic in what information I give to what people and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not opposed to sharing anything anybody wants me to share about them and us with anybody else. But if you prioritize that as how you validate and verify you're important to me, then we're coming to an end real soon.
Yeah. So some people not gonna like this, but I don't care what people like and what they don't. I'm gonna tell, what I'm saying, my truth was true to me. I'm a private person. I don't like people in my business. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a say so. Everybody wants to say something about something that I don't care about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So for me being a private person, like I tell the people who matter. You know what I'm saying? I tell the people who matter to me. You know what I mean? Hey, this is the situation. This is what's going on. Blah blah blah. But just like you said, for me, if that's your meter, your range to find out how important you are based on who around my family that you've been around or whatever. Like, first off, you don't even know. I'm saving you a heartache from coming around my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving you a whole lot. You think you want to get to that spot, but you really don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get there and you're going to get your feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get your feelings hurt. Oh, my God, they don't accept me. No, that's not how they are.
They never accepted me.
Right. You want to put yourself because you're probably trying to get this little perfect world. Ooh, I'm in with the family. Or I'm in with the friends. I mean, you really don't know what you're asking for. You know what I'm saying? Your focus, exactly. Your focus needs to make sure that you're in with me, that we're good. Because if we're good, I'm taking care of you. Everything is straight.
You ever had somebody do all their due diligence to get in good with your mama, your friends, and everything like that, thinking that was going to be their way into you?
Yep. And it backfired in their face.
It don't work, my friend. This
backfired in their face.
This tactic you use is no work, my friend.
I done had chicks trying to get close to my mom in order to get close to me.
Yeah,
like
I had one chick try to get close to my woman to get close to me.
Real. Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure I was gonna hear somebody pray at some point. Yep. So really, dang, why won't this thing download? Where? Okay, here it is. I was trying to put this up earlier and then we got in this conversation, but if we can postpone halftime just a little bit, fellas, I just want to see how accurate this is. Are you guys, how accurate you feel this is? Is that cool?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Lil Duval said, you don't really know what you got till you've seen her drunk. You don't really know who you got. Excuse me, you don't really know what you got until you see her drunk. True or false?
Hey.
False.
Okay.
I think it's some truth to that. And I want to add, you don't really know who you got until you not just teach him.
Wait. Tell your mom she can't watch the show no more. Moms always love their sons. They don't love them hoes.
Yes, mom. Yes. Tell him, mom. Tell him again. Say it again for the people in the back.
That was good.
Oh,
man.
That was good.
Hey,
mom.
Yeah. So, so what was I saying? About you know I'm drunk, and you don't know them until they pissed off at you. Not pissed off at everybody until they pissed off at you. When they pissed off at you, whoo, you see the real.
Interesting. So you don't really know what you got until you see her upset with you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm listening. Mike, what's your thoughts, bro?
I kind of disagree. I feel like in the relationship that I'm in is being pretty even when I've done some stuff that she probably should have kicked me off the roof for. It's still being even, and I think it just really depends on the person, honestly. Some women are just slower to anger. Some women know how to sift and filter through their emotions so they don't overreact or react in a way that they feel is unbecoming. I mean, I feel like it's just, it depends on the person.
Angela said you don't know what you got until you've seen her upset and drunk.
Yep. See, that's
both.
The two together, huh? But then again, she don't drink. My partner don't drink, so.
Well, Donna don't drink either. Drink is spirits. Angela said, "Where is my drink?" Errol said, "Where's my sandwich?"
Yep.
Aisha said, "Thirsty tricks." What is happening on this show tonight? Do I agree with it? No, I don't. I don't agree. Man, I mean, kind of a part of me wants to agree. Just because of personal experience, I've seen some people. I'm like, wow, would I have known this absent some intoxication? I feel like it would have come out. I do feel like alcohol is like liquid courage, or it's like a truth serum in some cases. But I feel like there's other ways to get to know someone. Very strategic and very aligned questions, or patience. Patience, like we said on the show before, love and lust look a lot like each other until it's time to sacrifice. If you're patient enough, you're gonna see where somebody falls. So
hey,
yeah.
Listen to this, bro. Sometimes you will never see how much of a whore bag your woman is until she drunk. When she get drunk, oh boy, I've seen a lot of women.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of women just oh my God, you know what I'm saying? They get drunk and they touch the feeling. Like for real, that's what you're doing.
One more time, bro. One more time.
Exactly. The whore, yeah. You want to give me a hug? What is you doing hugging that dude for when I'm standing right here with you? Like, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? That hey, you get him drunk, that whore bag is coming out. If it's there, it's man, you get to see some stuff. And like I said, when they piss off,
right,
you see the women who
we've been requested, bro.
Huh?
I said, well, you've been requested. After you finish that, you gotta tap into what Donna said. Turn the tables.
I don't care about guys drinking. That ain't none of my concern. I don't give a shit about that. Whatever they do, that's them. I'm not worried about them. Sorry, Donna. Sorry.
This bitch.
Hey, I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not checking for dudes when they get drunk or period. You know what I'm saying? So when they get drunk, that's honestly, when the dudes get drunk, that's not a me problem. That's a you problem. And I'm sorry, but it's that simple because I'm not dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dealing with them on that subject. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is halftime. It is we done roll right into that. Like, just it's halftime. If you guys know anything about this show, you know that we love to get on here and share where we're honestly at. The one thing I do love about this show, and I want you guys to jump in the chat, tell us what's been your favorite part of the show so far, or what you love about the show. I love that we can show up here and just be ourselves and not have to pretend or impress anybody. I love that Carrie started this because this is just conversation that the brothers used to have. Like, Carrie would have these conversations with his different groups of friends and brothers and whatnot. And he decided one day to let y'all get a look into the conversations we have with each other, and allow y'all to participate through the chat. But honestly, man, he made this just so y'all can get a sneak peek in here. And I think that something happens when you're in a safe space having a conversation. You can disclose, kind of where you are, what you're struggling with, and just, have a place just to be real so that something real can happen to you in that conversation. Yeah, so I just want to remind people what we're doing here and why we are on here and why you get a chance to listen in. We're not your regular TV show or episode. We're not here to try to brand ourselves or anything like that. We're really here to set up a safe space for therapeutic activities between brothers, and hopefully y'all get a chance to get helped as well. Mike, you want to take it away?
Yeah, sure. No problem there, Donovan.
All right, pass it on to you.
Nah, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Go tap in. If you're not already, please go tap into our IG page. Maybe this will help the podcast. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Maybe this will help the podcast. Watching this show, please share it. It's not too late to tell a friend real quick. Hey, hop online. The fellas are on. The second half is where we do our videos. And we get into some it can get pretty heavy sometimes, but it's also still, fun and informative, if you will. Again, kind of like Donnie said, we're not on here, trying to give advice or telling anybody what they should do or shouldn't do. We're just giving our take on things that we've experienced personally, and then, really sharing it with each other. And like you said, you guys are kind of peeping in. But yeah, we definitely thank you guys for tuning in thus far, and we hope that you'll stay with us. And like I said, let a friend know so they can hop on as well. Donovan, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and you know that if you want to be a part of the cause and the because we need some money, because it takes money to stay online, you can always donate to the cause. We got a Cash App, $ maybe this will help, $ maybe this will help. That's our Cash App. That helps us stay online. It helps us do other things throughout the week. Man, I was talking to one of my friends about this. As you give to charity, sometimes you give and it's just for a sustained life. I love the background music. You guys are crazy. Sometimes you just give with I'm done, man. You ain't got to give us no money. I'm over it. I'm just ready. Let's move on with the show. I hate you guys so much.
Oh man.
Oh God. Why these brothers, God? Why these brothers? All right. You guys ready?
Let's go.
Yeah, please. Immediately.
All right. So listen. This is audio, like it's visual, but the visual doesn't match the audio. So really listen in to what's about to be said right now, man. This is a video I saw 2 weeks ago that I thought was worth exploring. So everybody listen in, tag some men you think would benefit from this conversation, or another woman, because about to get into some man, husband, wife type stuff. Here we go.
There's one thing that every guy wants at the end of the day. Nothing. Every guy deep down wants to be able to sit there and do and think about nothing. Everything we do is motivated by this desire. It's why we have jobs, so that we can have enough money to eventually sit there and do nothing. It's why we weaponize incompetence, because if we pretend that we don't know how to do something long enough, you'll stop asking us and we can sit there and do nothing. Women, on the other hand, seem to be motivated by the exact opposite. Women seem to be motivated by the desire to do something. It doesn't matter what that thing is, as long as it's something. If there's nothing to do, they'll find something to do. It's why a woman will get upset if she comes home and sees her husband doing nothing. It's why men don't understand drama, because drama is literally making something out of nothing. It's already nothing. Leave it alone. Now you're making it something. It's why men are always trying to fix things, because you have a problem, I fix it, now it's nothing. Everything we do is pushing us towards that ever-elusive, sacred place of nothing.
God, nah, I wouldn't say nothing. Nothing.
Errol wants to sit and do nothing, and I kind of agree. I
want see. I think I don't, but I don't want to say nothing when I mean peace. I do want peace, but to just sit there and do nothing, no. I want to be able to sit in peace, but I don't want to just sit there and be nothing and just have no purpose, no cause. I just want to do nothing.
So if you exchange nothing for peace, would that video be valid for you? We do everything we can just to have some peace. We don't want no drama. We try to fix things. We try to hurry up and make so we can have. I want to sit in just some peace.
Yes.
Okay. Doug, where you at?
I like that. I like the nothing too. Because listen. Sometimes just doing absolutely nothing is the best thing. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be that all you do is nothing. It could be I don't have anything that I have to do. right? My nothing is, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting everything out of the way, so there's nothing that I have to do. If I want to do something, I can, but if I want to just chill and do nothing, I can do nothing, period. I can just sit and just relax. You know what I'm saying? We hanging out. We don't have to, it don't even have to be a lot of words spoken. You know what I mean? Just being in their presence. Okay, you cool. We ain't got to do nothing. Oh, but I want to go here. 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 It's like, okay, calm down. Calm down. We can go and visit some places, but I feel good doing nothing sometimes.
I like I mean, rather if you change the word or not, I do like it. Like one of my favorite things to do is to come home at the end of my day. Like, I mean, after I finish work, I finish my second job, I go to the gym, I back into my driveway and I just sit in my car. Sometimes I'm not even on my phone. I just sit there. I'm just like, this feels so good.
Yes.
I just want to sit here. Don't want to talk. Don't want to listen. Don't want to fix. If I got an itch, I might not even scratch it. I just want to sit here in this. And if that's peace for you, then great. But those moments, I like having those moments. But
that don't go over that, because in my head, my question in my head was, now, are you seeking these moments, or do you want to live that way forever? You want to do nothing all the time, or are you looking for those moments? Because like he said, it's an elusive thing that the men are always trying to grasp, and I think we're looking for those I'm looking for those moments of doing nothing, but I think the underlying current to that, for me, is the peace factor. Like, I would love moments, like Dub said, I love the moments where I get everything out the way and I could just sit on the couch. If I want to, you know what I mean, turn on the game, or if I want to go do some work for myself or my company, I want, you know what I mean, I want to have the option to do what I want to do. But I mean, like I said, for me, those are moments where I want to do nothing. I'm not looking for the lifestyle of doing nothing.
I think the craving for some men is so high because it is so elusive. It's so rare. I think that the craving is so high. It's almost like, man, I could eat I've been so hungry, I could eat a whole cow. And you sit down with two T-bones and you're like, okay, that's enough. I ain't got no more room. But because you're so hungry for some peace and quiet, you just make a video like this.
And I think sometimes you're just getting, as a man, you're getting pulled from so many different angles all the time. Oh, fix this. Yep. Pulling me from every angle. Yep.
I'm jealous.
But
getting reach arounds and everything else.
So there's a lot of people want you to do. How about that? Yep.
Rather stretch
long distance pulls,
ahead,
everything. But anyway, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? You just got so much stuff going on. Fix this. You got to go to work. You got to do this. You got to do that. This needs to be repaired, or can you feel just everything being pulled from so many different angles, and it's just like you just want to just say, okay, done. I just want to do nothing now. Just let me just do nothing. You know what I mean? Just.
You ever found a woman that you could just do nothing with, like for an extended period of time, like an hour or two, and she was okay with that?
Yeah. Yes.
God bless.
Hey, it's rare.
What's your nothing thing, Dub? We know Donnie's just sitting in the car. What's your nothing place where you like to do nothing?
That's one of them. Yeah.
Oh, I can do nothing everywhere. Yeah.
That's so good. That's good. That's good. Oh, I
at a funeral, at a wedding, in the bed with you.
What you doing? Nothing. Just chilling.
Oh man, you want to do something? Nope.
At work, I can do nothing at work. It don't matter.
Hey, one of my friends told me, they was like, I hit you up, you know what I'm saying? I thought we could make some plans because you said you wasn't doing nothing. I said, that is my plan. My plan is to do nothing. I thought that meant you had free time. I thought that meant that you wanted to do something. No, I was doing what I wanted to do. Nothing.
Right. And you know what? Sometimes people want to fill your nothing time. You know, they want to feel like, what are you doing? Nothing. Oh, well, you want to do this? No, I don't want to do that. Oh, I'm resting. I'm doing nothing because that's what I want to do. Nothing.
You ever lied and said you had something going on that you were doing because somebody didn't know how to properly respect your nothing?
Yes.
Oh man, you know, I gotta go dig my grandfather up and put him back down. Like, long weekend.
Yeah, jeez.
I don't know why it's the first thing that came to my mind. Father's Day is coming up, and I miss him. I don't know.
What you say,
definitely
Mama?
not trying to participate in that.
Man,
Nah, the women, they would come see and help.
100%.
Oh man, okay. Y'all ready to move on? Y'all pick the next video, man. I've hit my.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right. Oh
yeah.
Right. What we got?
That nothing is great.
Yeah. I'm gonna give me some of that tomorrow on this holiday.
Oh my God, yeah. Hey, one of these
5 very subtle but important relationship green flags. 1, you start taking on each other's mannerisms, such as cute little quirks or turns of phrase. There's actually a term for this called self-other overlap. I think it's pretty adorable, and science says it's a good sign. 2, you know those days where you just sort of lay around with your sweetie and don't do anything? It's a green flag if you're not bored out of your mind and you're just enjoying your babe's company. 3, when you're out, you grab things for them without them asking because you know they'll like it. If we're dating and you come back with extra cheesy Cheez-Its and a vintage 90s Smashing Pumpkins graphic tee, I'm basically yours forever. 4, one of my faves, you can playfully tease each other about a fight you got into yesterday. When intense arguments can be used the next day to lighten the mood and connect over a silly fight, it's a good sign that resentment and contempt isn't negatively affecting the relationship. 5, simply being around your sweetie is a grounding experience for you. When your partner acts as an anchor and sense of stability just for merely existing, that displays a real feeling of trust and safety.
So I was texting y'all, let you know that we did this one last week, but I left it there because I thought it would be worth going back to. Mike, you picked it. What do you think, man?
Nah, once I got past the voice, yeah, he was on.
Damn.
It threw me. I took a minute to.
Would you expect him? Earl Jones, were you?
Nah, he's right on though. He's right on those things. I don't know those things like we just said, being able to just lay up and not do nothing and still be content.
Hey.
I think she said that last time. Wow.
Hey, what was up? What's up with his voice?
Yeah, I'm with Donna. I'm with
Mike,
you.
Wait, hold on, Mike.
No.
Jesus Christ! Put on.
I just got
What
busy.
is happening?
No.
Oh,
I'm not engaging. Disengage.
oh boy.
Donna said, play it again. That delivery messes up the content. Okay, how about this, fellas? Can we do a round table? What's a green flag for you?
Being able to be silly. Together. That's a green flag for me.
Okay. No God. Errol?
Cooking sandwiches.
Week 3 of me asking for a sandwich.
So what's a green flag for me? A green flag for me is not being censored. Not being censored and not having to be a certain way because, you know, this is how she is, and oh, but you should do this, and oh, but you shouldn't do that, and you, but you, oh, but what about this, and you should not shut up. I don't feel like hearing that. That's not what I want to do. I want to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a good dude. You know what I mean? But don't try to censor me off of anything that I say, or if I'm direct, or if I feel a certain way, or if you ask me a question and I'm gonna respond to your question based on whatever I have, because you asked me the question, I'm gonna give you my response. Don't try to censor me.
I love that when he makes the woman voice.
Hey,
Who
hey,
sounds like that, bro?
Hey,
that's why it didn't work. It was her voice.
Hey,
voices are real. That can end
relationships. I think
raspy voices.
Okay. You like raspy voices?
I like raspy and super sweet. I like those two. They're different.
You like
but they
together? You like them together or separately?
I mean, not the cigarette voice. I'm talking about like raspy, just
not the
Mike.
Sorry. I apologize for anybody that's out there that's suffering with that or knows anyone. Is the apology making it worse?
No,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
All right.
It's like you just like a white person called a black person nigga and then try to get on here and say it wasn't me, it was my ancestors. Listen, bro.
Maybe they know a lot of niggas. I don't know. Sorry. All right. Yep. Done.
Wow. Foot in mouth. Errol, I forgot your name. Did you finish, bro? With your green flag?
Yeah, because you only said one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you got a couple? Go ahead, show. It's your show.
No, let me see. I want my sandwich.
Digging up my grandfather.
If I'm hungry, just just so those are like green flags are just random stuff that like I said, don't censor me. Just random stuff. I don't ask nobody for nothing, so for a person to pay attention to me and just do something. Wow.
That's 100%.
I think it's the look it up at the end that got me.
I'm gonna actually look it up.
Look it up where, man?
I'm gonna Google it right now. See what Google got to say.
All right. My green flags, man. Gee whiz. The first one is and I think that Angela's kind of she teed on it a little bit. Kisses silliness in the public too. I want to wear a T-Rex costume. He'll join me or cheer me on. One of my green flags is willing to like embarrass yourself with me.
Yeah.
I love that. Willing to embarrass yourself with me, like in public and private, like just willing to match that energy. Another green flag is when I see you process life from an optimistic place, not a place of delusion, but from optimism. That's another green flag. And then one of my biggest green flags is that you never throw me under the bus in public. Like a green flag is when where I'm headed, you headed, and where you headed, I'm headed. Like we hold each other down, and this ain't got to be we in a relationship. This is dating. This is like a respect thing. Like I got you. I think that anybody who spends any amount of time with me and knows me knows how much quote unquote rejection or criticism and judgment I've dealt with since I was young up until now. So to have somebody with me that can, if I'm being quiet about something, they being quiet about it too. You know what I'm saying? If I'm speaking on it and people are challenging me, they right next to me, helping me hold my ground, and I'm doing the same, vice versa. Like that. Those are like green flags, because in some of my relationships, whenever things would hit the fan, they would forget that we're on the same team. And so now I'm hypersensitive to people who can maintain the partnership, who can maintain the teamwork mentality in the midst of any situation. You know what I'm saying to you? So those things are big for me, man.
I like Donna's too. Support.
That's what you like. Go ahead. Look it up.
Right. Amber said honor. That's another good one. What else we got? Sex after an argument.
Willingly or unwillingly, because that can be a red flag. Huh? Okay. What else you see?
She gonna give me that gooping.
Are we gonna do next video? Are we just
please?
All right. Actually, all right. This one. I want to just piss Errol off with this one.
I see them out. They got these shorts on, these hoochie daddy shorts. They got these 4-inch seams. They got their thighs out. Cat call them. Hey, gray shorts. Your mama let you out the house like that? Your girlfriend said you can't have friends? What's up? You like brunch? Yeah. We turning the tables this summer, ladies. Get your nigga by any means necessary.
Hey, we getting Errol some of those little small shorts that you wearing to the gym.
Listen, did she say, do you like brunch?
Do you like your girlfriend let you have friends?
That's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Because as men, we don't get offended by stuff like that. We'll probably just laugh it off and probably go to brunch with you. Because you got a good sense of humor. Who knows? Like,
yep.
Unless you in Texas, because them women is aggressive out there, boy. They mean what they say. They mean what they say.
I'm gonna give me some of them little hoochie daddy shorts.
Hey, we go buy you some, bro. Say, mama let you out the house like that. Hey, what I say? We went to go move. It works on any age group too. When we went over there to move Arrow grandma stuff into her new spot, the first thing grandma's, who that with them legs out?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
The big legs out. I said, all right, Granny.
Came in there with his thighs out.
Brother, man.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Hey, I wore some gray sweat shorts yesterday.
Like the gangster kind that pull up to your socks and they meet?
No. You know what I'm saying? Like gray sweatpants, but they were shorts.
Okay.
Like, did you cut them with scissors or?
No, they can't. I bought them like that.
Okay. All right. Did you have a belt on with it? I'm just trying to.
Nope.
Wow. Suspenders? He threw the suspenders on.
Was your shirt tucked in? Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Doggone it. Hey. These guys.
I got one.
Go ahead, Mike.
So, are any of these? Did you guys play any of these besides that one I just did last week?
I told you, Texas women.
Wow.
Miss Austin. I'm gonna grab that booty.
How many of them is it?
All of them. All of them. Right in the line. Snack. Miss Austin. There's some school teachers you got to watch out for, boy. Them to be the ones. I love it.
All right. Did y'all? Is there any other one that you guys did last week?
No, I deleted everything else from last week.
All right, I'm gonna go with this one.
I won't say generalization. Most men like to get a woman that's already where she is so that he can just come on and join her ride.
Women have an issue where, okay, I'm building them up, and then they throw it in his face. Oh, nigga, if it wasn't for me.
I don't do that.
Who does that?
Women love building.
Women
Men don't like to build women. Men like to get. Most men, I won't say generalization. Most men like to get a woman that's already where she is so that he can just come on and join her ride. Most women, once they get to where they are, the men that are on their level oftentimes not available for whatever reason. If you want to say because Kevin Samuels was right, it's because I'm fat and I'm old and I'm black and I got 2 cats, fine. But at the end of the day, I'm at a certain level. If I look for men that are my level, they're already taken or there's some situation. So I'll look at the clearance rack and I'll go, okay, all he needs is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then women just start piecing men all together all the time. We always piecing the nigga together. That's why I don't know. We don't have our own show on HGTV. Flip this nigga. We constantly flipping the nigga. Constantly like, well, you listen, I only got 10,000 on the budget of him. I know you're going to go 20,000 over budget, but can you flip this nigga? And they're going to do, we going to say.
And then they do some shoddy work.
We did the best we could.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes long, and I feel like it was 3 minutes of the same thing.
How long did you let it play for?
A minute and like 27.
That was a minute and 20 seconds of my life that I could have kept.
100%. Men, but did she say all men and then change it to most men and then say I don't want to generalize? It's still a generalization, dummy.
Bruh.
Men don't like to build women. Let me ask the women in the audience: do you guys also feel that most men don't like to build women up? Because I don't want to say thinking from my circle and the men that I hang around that we all are pro woman and want women to succeed just as much as we want ourselves to succeed. Because I know that's the mind state of the most of the guys that I kick it with. So I don't understand the most men. That's wild.
You know, I'll say this.
Flip this nigga.
I don't give a damn how successful you are. I don't care how successful you think you are. There's still an area of your life that there's a deficit.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to sit up here and just like what are you equating that to? You know what I'm saying? When she said that, oh, flip this nigga, oh, build him up and doing this, doing that. What area are you referring to? Are you talking about finances? Are you talking about because you're in a different financial position than he? Okay, but what if you raggedy everywhere else? You know what I'm saying? What if now he got to flip you because you raggedy as hell everywhere else? So
flip your blood pressure.
You know, man, hey, she should have flipped them damn earrings off of her ears looking like that. But anyway, No, I feel like everyone needs development in some area. Ain't nobody gonna be 100% all the way across the board, right? So if you going, you know what I'm saying, like some people have strengths. I mean, everybody has strengths, everybody has weaknesses. There's areas where people are surplus, and then there's areas where there's a deficit. You know what I'm saying?
Speak
And
on it, bro.
you can't sit up here and just judge other people's deficit in the area that you have a surplus, and you think that's all that life is about. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, because there's some area that you lacking and that you need some help in, and that you need to grow and develop in. So what if that person just start to highlight that about you? You know what I'm saying? That's all they speak. Oh yeah, you got money, you got this house, you got this car, but man, everything else about you raggedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what are you gonna do? So people like that, they just need they need a huge slice of humble pie.
Yep.
I like to be built. I like building. I like changing things around. I just like rearranging my room. I mean, it's something I appreciate. I never took offense to it, and I know that some people have told me not to try to, like, I think sometimes people think I'm looking for a project when really, no matter who I'm with, I'm going to be doing some changes and customizations to them and me. I just love to see things switch and change and see how, just see other options and more potential from it and all that kind of stuff. So this is part of my personality that I really enjoy. So, I mean, flip a nigga. I mean, for me, I see that the way people approach relationships depends on the outcome they want. Everybody ain't looking for the same outcome. Some people are looking for to be a power couple, to make some power moves and to, make a name for themselves. Other people are just looking for love and safety. Some people are looking to, have children. Other people ain't looking for that. So when you get with someone or you think about dating someone, it's good to identify, like, what's your outcome? Like, why do you want to be in a relationship? Why give up your singleness? Like, what is it that you're looking for in that field that you can't get being single? That's a good question. Angeles, we have been since what? Since 2000, Lord. When did we move to Texas, bro?
We
2008, right?
2008.
I think I met Angeles in like 2009. And we have, every time we get the chance. That just brought back a lot of memories. Love you, Angel. Memories. Love you, Angel. Man. Superhuman babies. She's a force of nature by herself. Jesus. Nice. All right. Y'all ready for another video?
You said what?
Oh,
you got the next video?
Unless you got something.
No, I don't got nothing. Go ahead.
I ain't got nothing. Go ahead, Donnie.
All right.
You don't think she love him?
No.
Wait, for real? Now, hold on. Wait, how did you come to this conclusion? Okay, they had an entanglement. Yeah, she puts all of her business and everybody else's business on the red table. But I think she loves him.
If she loved him, she would have never let him run up there.
True. Nah, that's what I think.
If she loved him, she wouldn't have laughed after it happened.
You think Will would be happier divorced?
I think Will would be happy once he comes to the realization that you in love with a woman that don't love you, and no matter what you do or what you give or what you have achieved, it's not going to be sufficient.
Why don't you think she loves him? They've been married for 20 plus years, Quake.
Hey man, a lot of women settle. He is not the man of her dreams. And she constantly throw it in his face. That's why you bring up Tupac. Got his daughter sitting there. Please come back, Tupac. I know you're alive. So me and mommy could be happy. So that comes from the mother. When a woman loves you, there's certain lines they just won't cross.
You don't think she love him?
So, the last part, I agree with. But that first middle-ish part about if she loved him, she wouldn't have let him go up there. That's a grown man. What's she supposed to do? Jump on his back? If he wanted to go up there, he was going to take his ass up there and do exactly what he did. It's been situations where I've been in situations where, no, don't go do that. And I went to go do it because that's what my mind was set on. I'm going to go do this regardless of what anybody's saying right now. You, or you. I'm finna go do this because that's what I'm, at the moment, right or wrong. That's what I got my mind set on doing.
I say it like this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like when you're married to someone, because Mike, you've been married before, and I feel like an era you've been engaged, so you know that deep level of love. I feel like that person knows your strings, and so it's not that you have to jump on their back, but you kind of know what moves them. And I feel like that person, like if you allowed them, that you could have said something that might have swayed their decision. I feel like that is a form of influence that you have over your partner because y'all so close.
We don't know that nothing was said though.
No, we don't. And so I think like it kind of goes back to what Amber just said. You know, why are we discussing somebody else's relationship? Isn't that their business? We're discussing the ideas around, or these theories around what these men decided to talk about in this podcast about being the man of somebody's dream and being able to have control over your partner.
And I do agree with you, Donnie, in the fact that the right person will be able to say, put even putting a hand on your leg when they see it's starting to swell up. That in itself, with the right person, that'll do the trick. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily know if it's she doesn't love him, but I feel like she definitely doesn't have the sway over him that she should as his wife.
Okay, so let me ask you this. There's another theory they brought up in the conversation. Do you think that is not there, or that kind of presence is only there between two people if they are each other's dream come true?
Shouldn't be.
It should not
you
be.
Think it can exist without that?
If you with somebody day in and day out, you know the buttons to push, you know the control factors, you know how to calm somebody down, you know how to just say, hey, no, this is not the right time. And that whole situation with based on that clip and stuff like that and what people were saying, it is their business, it's their relationship. I'm not going to talk too much about them particularly because there are some things that just bothers me about that whole situation, but that's not my situation, it's theirs. But I will say, the way that whole situation played out, for a woman that loves you, that could have been handled a lot different. And even if she did say, hey, this is not the time, you know what I'm saying? This is what the most prestige award ceremonies, you know what I'm saying? This is something that he's been building up his career. Now he got to that point to where it's just like, he was at a really good place in his career, and he was getting honored that day. You know what I mean? And just looking at what took place in that whole situation, he was laughing at the whole situation initially. So whether or not she could have stopped him, whether or not it was her that egged him on, that encouraged him to go and do it, whatever the situation is, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what she said to him. I have absolutely no idea. But I will say, when it comes to a person, if you're with the person for so long like that, you know what pisses them off, you know what pushes their buttons, but you also know what'll calm them down. And it makes me think of the little meme I saw where it's like a Incredible Hulk just pissed off, and it's this little girl in front of him just blowing a bubble in his face, and like as aggressive as he is and as strong as he was, that one person can calm him down. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with King Kong and the little girl he had in his hand. You know what I mean? No matter how aggressive and how ruthless he is with everybody else, that person knows how to just, no, baby, this ain't the time. Or, you know what I'm saying? Just calm it down. So
that's why I date the young ones. That wasn't the point. We're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Maybe We Can Get Donnie Some Help.
It was
yes.
Listen, I'm not ashamed. My ex was 11 years younger than me. Worked out just fine.
Wow.
Not if you were 21.
No. But I wasn't. So, clearly we got time for another video. Anybody in the audience got something of value to say? Anybody got something of value? Because if it's not a value, I'm not putting it up. I expressed the rules at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, man.
Hey.
Maybe this will help. What up,
Hey, somebody just go ahead and sing me a song. I just need the. I need a little nothing right now. So sing a song.
I need a little nothing. Let's get his brother some nothing.
Hey, yeah, you know, everyone.
All the nothing you want, brother. All the nothing you want. Oh man. All right, let's see. All I saw was hot and sweaty. Okay, Donna. Good luck on all the moving you did today. Okay, I had to learn to read sentences from the beginning. Sheesh, got me worried.
One of the easiest ways to put yourself in harm's way is to be in long-lasting, intimate connection with others. The type of connection that many of us are after requires a risk. Sounds scary, doesn't it? But it renders a great reward. Within the confines of this type of relationship, we are all bound to be disappointed at some point in time. There is no way around it. Disappointment, intimacy, frustration, vulnerability, connectedness, they all live in the same house. But it's the way that we respond to the disappointment, the frustration, the disruption in intimacy that will determine if we are strengthening or destroying our relationships. And one of the easiest ways to destroy a relationship is to act like all is well when it is not. That may be your attempt at preserving the relationship, but the real preservation is in your honesty. Honesty is the real risk. Read the caption for more.
I like that. What? You said, Mike?
No, I just had a question.
Go ahead.
Is honesty the risk, or is the other person's perception of your honesty the risk?
I dug it. Just when it was simple. That's good. Okay. I was ready to get married.
It's not risky for me to be honest.
This Mike is the kind of person when the priests say, does anybody object? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Mike, like, I got 3 questions real quick. Your Majesty, if this guy, yeah. Is it a vow if my brother is still drunk from the night before? Is my first question. Second question: there's things I know about her that I don't feel like I should tell because it's not my business. But if I know them and I tell him later,
that's a true story. What you said right now?
Would you object to someone being married that you knew and loved if you knew something?
I would object before that time. I wouldn't wait for the wedding to then object. I would speak my objections in private to my boy or to my girl or whoever it is.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
If you seen, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, you brought it up. This is your boy we talking about. You told your boy you foul. Don't marry this girl. You foul. I'm pushing forward with the wedding. I'm there. The priest says, if anybody objects to this, do you say it again now publicly? What you told him in private, or do you just not come? You ain't gonna be a part of the wedding at all.
I've done my job by speaking to him in private. If he wants to proceed with that, that is a grown man. He makes his own decisions.
You still gonna be with the
in the wedding party?
And
basically, you saying, am I gonna support the bullshit?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dub. Answer that question. Golly. Honesty, I take that back. Honesty is the problem. That is the problem. I take it back.
That's the risk. That's the honesty
risk.
Is the risk. Change my mind.
So check this out. The day before the wedding, you notice you out somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already had the bachelor party, bachelorette party, everything is said and done. You out somewhere getting little last minute details, right? Your boy is getting married. You see his fiance out somewhere. She had a drink with her girls and she's being a whore bag. Dude, the question is, do you check her? Or do you say something to him? Because this is the thing. If it's your boy, you have some type of relationship with her.
Yeah.
So do you check her? Do you check her, or do you go back and tell your boy, hey, dog, hey, I just seen your fiance, nigga.
Oof. Ooh, dub, golly. I check her. And because it could. What if it's a one-off, a bachelorette party? It's a one-off. You
Not
know
on
what I
my
mean? She ain't
watch.
never.
One
Huh?
off, nigga. You get one off? Do you get
No,
those?
well, what I'm asking you, are we talking about? 'Cause that's two totally.
We didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing. You said your computer froze or something, or maybe mine did. I didn't hear you.
Nah,
nah,
he froze on me too.
Okay.
Inglewood,
Okay.
huh?
Right. So what I was saying was, I'm saying, is this like she was doing something sexual? Or was she just dancing up on the dude? Was she flirting with a dude? Like, what are we talking about?
Out of pocket.
Out of line. Yeah, she ain't got no business doing none of that. Because if her
You get
homegirl-
married today.
right? If her homegirl saw me dancing up on a chick and you know what I'm saying, touching on her, doing whatever, oh, you best believe it's gonna be an issue. She's gonna go back and say something. She probably say, "Yo, nigga ain't shit." Yeah, I'm pretty sure he fucking her. She probably took him in the corner and sucked him off and blah blah. Like what?
Here he go again.
Hey, you like the voices, right? Right? Yes. Yes.
Oh man. I'll say, dude. Errol, can someone define whoreback, please? Is the question of the.
So we gonna play this game like y'all don't know what whorebag is. We gonna play this game like
a woman with loose morals.
No, it's the female version of a douchebag.
God damn it.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, man. A whorebag is a slut, right? Like,
a douchebag is what my Caucasian friends call the guy. I mean, douche, man. You're a douchebag with two O's, right?
That's when he's just being an asshole, they call him a douchebag though.
Right.
So he probably didn't even being a whore or whorebag. He just probably just being an asshole or a jerk to them.
That's whorish behavior.
You said that's whorish?
That's whorish behavior, all of it. Not
so
limited
to answer your question, did we answer the question? My internet went out. Did we answer?
You got the Obamacare internet.
Yeah, that's probably why it's going out, because he ain't president no more. Nah.
So the definition of a whorebag. She's being loose. She's being a rat. She's being unbecoming.
That's what I was saying.
Right. You know, she's doing something she ain't got no damn business with. If she's doing something, she's just out there.
But I asked because they're not married yet. That's why I asked. So she at the bar flirting with a dude, laughing.
Mike.
Yes.
This is what
whorebag is not. Yes.
This is what I'm saying. I wouldn't say anything. I would say something to her. Huh?
So they get a golden pass because they haven't said I do yet?
That's not a golden pass. Like I said, I would say something to her. I wouldn't say something to my boy because I don't want to plant a seed in him before he goes and marry this girl off of because I saw her key. I don't even know what the situation was. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to start anything the day before my boy get married off of what I seen from a distance that may look like something inappropriate. So I'm gonna go to her. I'm gonna have a conversation with her. If it's something like, oh well, you know what I mean, it needs to be said to him. I'm gonna suggest she go tell him, or I'm gonna go. That'll be the conversation. Either you go talk to this man, or I'm gonna go talk to him. And then the conversation with me and him is, did your woman come and talk to you? No. Okay, let me explain what I saw.
Go ahead with your devil's advocate first, and then I'm a
devil's advocate is that she already said I do. When he said, "Will you marry me?" When he got on the knee and proposed, she said yes.
So that's when they were married?
Yes.
Oh,
expectations shifted at the point that you accepted my commitment ring. That was my vow. That was it. That was my moment. That was between us. Everything else is done for the public and before God and for whatnot. But I think at that moment, I think engagement, is watered down and downplayed. Like I don't have to do nothing until the actual ceremony. Like I think that the moment you say I do, like that's when the commitment starts, right?
I'm looking up the word engagement.
Listen, I don't know Webster. Ask him about my information. I'm telling you right now, homie.
I agree with that. You know, it's
thought pocket.
Thought pocket. Yes.
Thought pocket.
Exactly. All
That's
of them.
great.
So y'all know what a whorebag is.
Oh,
That's great.
You know exactly what a whore bag is. But I mean, I agree with you on that, man. You know what I'm saying? You said, "Hey, will you marry me?" You agree. You said yes. It's not no, oh, well, I can do whatever I want to do until that day because technically we're not married yet. Nah. You think you just gonna go, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not gonna say nothing to my boy because she's drunk being a whore bag and she just randomly just, you know what I'm saying, just grab this dude, you know what I'm saying, by his Johnson.
Man, listen. Okay,
Whatever the case may be. We not married.
I'm gonna have to call BS on it all. So let's talk about bachelor parties. So let's take it off the woman.
Talk about the ones we performed at, or the ones? Huh?
No. I know about that. I seen the video.
I was about to say because me and Errol done danced on top of plenty of bachelorettes.
Right. So what happens when the men, as men, we're at a bachelorette party and we see our boy getting a lap dance at his bachelorette party. So then I go tell this woman, hey, he had a girl at his bachelorette party dancing on him. You may want to see if he really in love with you and really want to marry you.
So listen, this is what remember. Okay. Last week, me and Errol discussed this. It's only cheating if it violates the agreement. So if you got to go back and tell something that she already knows is happening, what position you playing in that situation?
So then that goes back to the original question. How do I know what they got set up in their relationship to where I feel like I need to go back and tell my boy anything?
Why don't you know?
That's why I go to her. Like, look, this is
you what I heard. Like, did y'all agree to on this? Y'all cool with this?
Who?
You said you go to her.
Meaning that's what I'm. Yeah, yes. That's the conversation needs to be had. Like, this is what I'm seeing. This is what it look like. Is it this or is it that? And if it's that, then you need to talk to him, or I'm gonna talk to him. That would be the conversation.
Okay. I think that so it goes back to again me an agreement that me and Errol and Mike, me and Errol and Carrie came to when we were at Errol's house about not dating without our circle and our brothers anymore.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even when Errol was engaged, I didn't know her like that. I didn't know her well enough to even approach her, damn near recognize her in public. You know what I'm saying to you? And so I think that in order to have that kind of support around you, they got to be involved to an intimate degree. Man, during the dating.
That's good, Donnie, and that'll keep. I feel like that keeps both parties, or should keep both parties, on a level playing field. You know what I'm saying? Because you have access to my partner. You know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, I can slide and do this in front of Donnie because that's my boy. No, if everybody has equal relationship as far as the knowing each other's partner, I just feel like it makes the playing field a little bit more even. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, no, I'm not, because that's my homegirl now. That's my sister now. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of bond and relationship that I feel is good in relationships with your circle and your partner.
Are we saying that bachelorette parties are out?
No,
we're just
saying.
But
why not? Because that's the kind of stuff that
as well.
These things.
It don't have to happen. Can you have morals and ethics and still have a bachelorette party? Or again, if that's what they agree to, if that's they understand, then
I agree. But that's not where it came from. That's not how it started, though. It started with.
Do you know that somebody said that vows aren't even biblical?
People say a lot of things. I don't know.
They do.
So my original question was the day before the wedding. Y'all already had the bachelor party, already had the bachelorette party. That's over and done. So it's no longer just the bachelor party, the bachelorette party. I said the day before the wedding, you saw your boy's girl being a whore bag.
She's supposed to be getting dressed and
right.
recovering from the night before. Because Errol is the king of hypotheticals. He gonna figure something out. She out at the donut
She had
shop.
to run an errand before she left the curling iron at home. She stopped off. The mailman just happened to be
there. Spend the night.
He was too drunk to drive home. I let him sleep in my bed.
They don't always have to consist of swinging T's and D's. You're right, Pravina. That they don't. Bachelorette parties and bachelor parties. I've been to a bachelor party before. It didn't involve all that.
That's
I've been to a bachelor party before where everybody indulged in the activity but the actual groom. He did that for his groomsmen. You know, so it's interesting, man. It's interesting. It's what do you guys think the point? What is the purpose of a bachelorette or a bachelor party?
It's people's way of trying to get their little last hoorah.
The last whoreback?
Yeah, they last whoreback session. Yeah. They last whoreback because they're saying, oh, I'm not married yet, so I'm gonna get my last little whoreback session, my last little hoorah in there. I'm gonna just be wild before I become hitched.
I agree.
For lack of better terms.
So is that the way we deal with the anxiety associated with this being my only sexual partner for the rest of my life, potentially?
I think that has a lot to do with it. I never had a bachelor party.
I think that's an excuse. I think that's an excuse for people to do that.
I agree.
I think it's an excuse because you're saying, okay, you're in this relationship. We committed to each other. We're supposed to be committed to each other monogamously. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our thing. We're engaged. We're monogamous. But this one last day before we get married, I'm gonna go and knock the dust off of it one more time.
Is that what? Hold on. Is that what they're doing at bachelor parties? They tell me. Jesus.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what we did.
Helen ass nigga right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I've been to perform at bachelorette parties, and they became faithful customers after that party. So I mean, you know, sometimes it depends on who you get. Don't get somebody you're gonna get hooked on like me.
Nigga,
Just try to find. Hey, there's plenty of things I've done in my life that I no longer do.
That's when they take a mortgage out on their home that you and your husband live in and go and tip you some money.
Bruh.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Lived it. I understand. Yep. Well, that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end the show like this. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 10:03. We promised y'all 8 to 10, gave you an extra 3 minutes for good behavior. Fellas, y'all got anything before we do our final closing?
Hey,
go ahead. Nope. Arrow that after you was about to do.
Ladies.
Oh boy.
Got some advice for you.
Here we go.
Do not be whore bags.
Or thought pockets.
Yep. Yep. Be a whore bag with your man. How about that?
Hey.
I knew something else was coming. I knew I wasn't done yet.
Be a whore bag with him. You know what I'm
hey, here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Listen, I just saw that too. I was just about to
Hey.
Yes, I get
no mayo, no ranch, none of that.
Nope.
If you see anything white on his sandwich, you out of there.
I'm gonna throw it back in the face. Hey, you know I went 2 days in a row? Johnny's Pastrami to get they chicken sandwich. The chicken sandwich is crazy on Adams, homie.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And they have, and I don't eat it, but man, it sounds good. A pastrami taco. I know Errol don't like that analogy of what that means.
That just killed me off. I was about to say the same thing. Pastrami taco.
Yeah. Come on, people.
No.
Well, as we always do at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that something that happened or was said tonight was helpful. If you need more help, you can go to this mental health hotline that we give at the end of every episode. It's 24 hours. It's called the Access Line. You can get connected with a therapist, counselor, psychologist, support group, or just get some basic advice on how to do life. You can call 1-800-854-7771, 1-800-854-7771. Jesus, a lot of sevens. You don't have to be suffering from any kind of trauma. You could be trying to develop a new skill set, communication, or you might be trying to approach one of your friends who's struggling with some mental health issues and you don't want to make it worse. So you're trying to figure out the best way to approach them. Any of that. You can call this number 1-800-854-7771. And I wanted to add this. We kind of sometimes switch these two up, but this one says, wow, it just hit me. All this time, I thought that I was dealing with some type of depression, but in reality, it was disappointment. Let me take this down so you can see that real quick. Hold on. But in reality, it was disappointment. And I wanted to put that back up real quick because a lot of times they look alike and they feel alike. And a therapist, counselor, support group, sometimes maybe a really good friend or prayer can help you identify the difference between being actually depressed and being just suffering from a great deal of disappointment. I don't believe I was depressed. I believe that I struggled with a great deal of disappointment after certain relationships didn't work out. What I would say is don't set up shop like that's your new home. Like you have to learn how to operate from here for the rest of your life. You can resolve that if you want to. I'm not saying, because some people, like Errol said in the previous episode, some people are homeless and they want to be homeless. It's better for them. They like to be off the grid. But if you want something different from your life, don't normalize something that you don't really want to normalize. You don't have to. God has made too many ways and provisions for us to get back into that abundant life if it's what we truly want and we're willing to do the work. So again, this number is 1-800-854-7771. 1-800-854-7771 is a number to the mental health 24-hour hotline. Fellas, y'all got anything y'all want to add before we get out of here?
I just want to add something, just what you just spoke on as far as the disappointment and depression. I just encourage everyone, just be there for people. You never know what a shoulder, what I'm saying, could mean to somebody. You never know what it's okay can mean to somebody. You never know what a judgment-free zone can mean to somebody. That can mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't know the difference between disappointment and, depression. And we get caught because just like love and lust, they feel the same until you got to prove yourself. Going through that whole situation and just being there for somebody, just to give them that shoulder when they need it. It means a lot, and I encourage, everybody to just take a look at their situation. Don't get recognize trauma, and try your best not to set up shop. What I'm saying? Like not to build your house in trauma. And if you recognize that your house is built there on trauma, what I'm saying? Once you recognize it, man, reach out. Definitely reach out. Do not just stay stuck in that place, man. There's several people out here who love you. You may not even recognize it. You may not even, you may not realize it. People may love you in silence. They probably hadn't even said anything to you. Just they may be they may love your heart. They may see the type of person that you are, and they just may love your heart, and they just willing to do any and everything for you. You know what I'm saying? Just that's all I can say, man. It's good to have somebody to be able to open up, to be able to talk, to be able to just express whatever it is that you're going through. Because, like I said, sometimes that could be the make or break point right there.
I want to say this, man. I want to thank you, Errol, and I want to thank Mike and even Carrie for y'all just being patient with me because, like I said in the beginning of this episode, my therapist exposed me to something called healing fatigue. And when you commit, a significant amount of time to trying to heal, address issues, recover, and change the way you process and your perspective, it can be taxing on you energy wise. And I told you guys, like I'm learning new ways to love myself and not be dismissive of my emotions like I have in the past. And you guys have really been able to not pressure me in this season. And I want to say I appreciate that because I see that as respect. You guys have wanted me to go and do things and be a part of stuff. And when I just didn't have it, you guys didn't judge me and make me feel bad about not having it. You know what I'm saying to you? There's been times where I've been high energy and doing all the recordings we do. And there's been events that we've been to together. And I just kind of gave y'all whatever I could. And y'all never once complained. Because I think that y'all see my heart and y'all see, all the stuff that I'm trying to do and work on. Even the stuff you do, I do for the podcast. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, I just want to let y'all know I see y'all see me. And I appreciate y'all, for your patience, your grace, and your support with me in this season. Because it's been so pivotal. When I do become that husband and that father, I know that this season is, I'm confessing 100%. I know that this season is going to be one of the reasons why I succeed in that season. And God made it clear to me that this season is about me pressing into what he told me to press into. I'm supposed to be pressing into rest. I don't know what's coming, but he told me that. And so I just thank y'all for being patient with me as I may not participate or be a part of certain things. And thank you guys for not just making me like, just pull it together and do it for this. Like, y'all know how much I appreciate that because I've gotten the other side of it so many times from other people. And I love that this is my truth within my circle. So appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
All right. Which one of you good men want to pray tonight? Oh, speaking of, I told you guys that I will put up the prayer from last week on the Instagram page, and it is up. If you want to get that prayer from Minister Cutley that he gave out last week, you can go to the Instagram page and hear the whole prayer. It was heartfelt. But Mike, you got it tonight or?
Nope.
Nope. All right, I got it. I mean, unless Dub wants to do a round two, man.
It's all you, brother.
Okay, I understand. Should we let the people vote in the audience? I think they give me Dub. Give me Dub. No? All right. Yeah, I'll get his brother a sandwich so he can pray again. Brother did that wonderful prayer, still didn't get a sandwich. I mean, what a man got to do. All right. Yahweh. Father God, we come to you with all gratitude and sincerity. Thank you for letting us have a safe place to just pour it out with no faking, no pretending, no pretentiousness. Yeah, we thank you that no one else matters when it comes to this faith walk with you. We hope that other people are influenced or impact, Father God, by the way we live out our faith and whatnot. But we just thank you that you're not looking to other humans to help verify if we're righteous, or if we're godly, if we're good with you, or if we have our right standards. We don't have to do anything to earn the title of a son or a daughter. And I just say that because you continue to remind me of that, so I don't have to walk around with an extra weight or pressure of trying to prove to people. I thank you that no one has to go to work and compromise their morals or their ethics to get a promotion or to keep their job. I pray that we all understand that this earth is yours and the fullness thereof, and that we can walk in that kind of safety and security in you. There is no such thing as job security. There is no such thing as finances making you free. That's your job. Only you can give us security. Only you can give us freedom. So we pray, Lord, that we just continue to prioritize our relationship with you as you continue to help us focus on the things that truly matter. Knowing that if we seek you first in your kingdom, everything else will be taken care of. So we pray for everybody who received the needed word tonight, that it takes root inside their hearts, and that they don't just go somewhere after this and forget what was said. I pray, Lord, that it just keeps them up tonight. They think about it. The thing that was intended to help them. I pray, Lord, that is clearly identified in their heart and their mind, that they have this conversation with their children or their friends, that those uncomfortable conversations that they need to have, that they will have them, that thing that they need to look at within themselves, that they will look at it and examine it through your word. That whoever needs to call that number, I pray, Lord, that the courage and the bravery just rise up inside them to do it. Whoever needs to call that family member or that friend or that stranger on the corner, go by there and see them and check on them, that we just walk in that kind of sincerity and generosity and love. I pray, Lord, that we're so secure in you that we can be generous to other people, that we don't have to worry about our own preservation. We know that you have us, that we can go out in this world and be the light from one day to the next. I thank you for total healing and restoration for my brother Errol. I thank you for Mike and the events he has coming up in this coming year, that this season is very important and pivotal, that he just walks in that deep intention, that you continue to help us as his brothers, and even like Pookie, his other brother, identify how we can best support him. I thank you for Carrie and his birthday, and how you saved his life multiple times, and that we just continue to celebrate big and all his wisdom, that he continues to practice what he preaches and just lives this beautiful life that you've preserved for him. I pray, Lord, you help all of us identify the snakes that are around us, that we may operate accordingly. Thank you for Pookie, where she is, that she's having the time of her life. Continue to pour favor over her life and protection. And I thank you, Father God, you brought me to this place where I can boldly, man, just share where I am and do what I need to do. And you surrounded me with the kind of people that I need, that will help support me and not pressure me to do something different, but that they support my walk of faith, even if they're not direct beneficiaries. We just thank you, God, tonight, that you've given us this platform. Man, maybe this will help. Yeah. Until we meet again, Heavenly Father, we just we bless your name. Thank you for all that you've done. Help us to walk a little easier now that we've gotten this from tonight. In your son, Jesus the Messiah's name, we pray. Amen. Where did my brothers go? Where did you guys go?
Hey,
these dudes. Ah, man. All right.
Man.
Anything else, man?
That's it, bro. Amen. We stand in agreement.
Amen. All right, y'all. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Yeah, invite somebody out throughout the week. Make sure you share this to your Instagram page. And everybody stop by Carrie page and tell them happy birthday.
Yes.
All right, y'all. 1,
2 minutes.
So here we go. He didn't waste your time. He got to know you first and didn't like you. There's a quote that I live by, and it says that true heartbreak is when what you desire desires you, but you're not prepared to give what you desire what it deserves. Oftentimes, we're so upset for people walking out and leaving us, but we have yet to look in the mirror and see what kind of environment we were asking them to live in.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not your spouse, if it's your children, your friends, I don't want to force or try to convince my friends to be around this toxic thing that I won't confront. Therapy helps you to get free, and it helps the people connected to you to live a more full life as well, because sometimes people are really laboring in love with you, which is admirable. But the way you show appreciation for people who are laboring in love with you is by doing self-work, being willing to look in the mirror, like Earl says, and confront some of the, the bags of shit that we're carrying around, and understand why some of the people did walk away once they got to know me.
That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, something that just may help.
Here we go again, going through the same things. Hey, here we go again. Hey, we ain't done the after party in a while, man.
Hey,
right, the remix.
We're gonna give them a little extra, man.
Hey,
whew, how'd y'all feel about that show?
I'm hungry.
All right.
I'm very surprised that no one has just dropped off a sandwich at your house. Well, not
because they don't know where he lives. That's why.
We got to check the cash app to see if anybody dropped any money in there and like put a tag in there. Like,
yo, whoever does that, that's the one. That's the one.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Whoever give him that sandwich money. Yeah. And we're not talking about no little ham and cheese, little $3 sandwich. Nah.
He or she is the one. Amen.
Nigga, hey, watch yourself.
Wow, that was rude.
Hey,
that was rude. Nah, the show was good, man. The show was good.
Hey, Mike.
I think we start.
Is this brother internet still jacking up?
Hey,
I'm really grateful that you brought up that.
Hey, we couldn't hear nothing you saying, man. I need you to fix your internet, man, because you looking real stupid over there.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm on the wrong one, because we got two. We got a 5G and then we got the regular joint. I don't know.
Hey, Mike, we're doing tomorrow's Memorial Day. We honor you on that day. Is that for everybody who's still enlisted and still active duty?
No, Memorial is for those that passed, that were in.
Oh, and Veterans Day or for active duty.
Yeah.
You got any boys that you lost?
Yeah. What's crazy is both in combat and stateside and there's a few of them that was suicide, which is so crazy. People don't really realize how the high rate of suicide for enlisted members of the armed forces. It's like astronomical. And what's also crazy that it's usually a lot of times it's before they even see combat. It's like in basic training and things like that when they are really hit with that culture shock, being away from their family and they've been away from their friends, and then you got your drill sergeants getting on your head and you don't have any way to process any of that. It's just like you got to get with it or get rolled over. And a lot of cats, they can't really handle that, so they get washed out. Or you go to combat, come home. This is what really fucks with me. You go to combat and come home and you can't get a job. Like, what? Why are there any homeless veterans? That baffles me. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what that's for.
Man. Well, to all the people that you did lose, bro, stay inside and in battle, man. We'll make sure we keep their families in prayer, man. It's man, to just enlist and to give your life, you know what I'm saying, for anything, man, that's a hell of a call for anybody to make, you know what I'm saying, even to put yourself in harm's way like that. So I salute you for that choice that you made, and for the other people who made that choice and, you know, met their demise. Man, we still got a few people, I guess, watching this. How much money do you want? Yolita, she's watching from YouTube.
Come on, man. Listen.
Nah,
this is don't speak for my brother. This is she asking this man personally how much money
sandwich?
For his sandwich. Yeah.
I didn't know that was for the sandwich.
Yeah. What up, yo?
Get that brother. Hey, oh, you know Yolita?
Yeah, I know Yolita.
Okay, get yourself a what is it called?
Donnie, can we let this man? He ain't answered.
Yeah, we.
Yep, y'all not about to do this. Nope.
Oh, man.
Leave me out here.
I was this brother's spokesperson. I was about to got this brother a lot of stuff in my life, man. Let's come in here messing stuff up. We are tight.
Yep.
Oh, you and Errol. Okay.
Wow.
My bad. Yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed tonight, man. I think that man, I think it's just I had some stuff I wanted to get off my chest, especially in the beginning. And what I meant when I said at the end, I meant it, fellas. I've been so tired, man. I've been so tired. So I'm just gonna keep prioritizing just the rest.
You got the booster?
Yeah, that was last week though. Yeah, that was last week, man. That Saturday, all I could do was sleep. I went from the bed to the hammock to the couch to the bed, like all day. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, man. I can't identify. I asked my therapist, I was like, dude, does all this self-work hit you like in your emotions or your physical or your mental or your spiritual? It's like it hits you everywhere, man. It's like you're using everything inside of you to transform and to evolve. And I don't think people, unless you've tried to do it, you don't really know how challenging it could be to break an old mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's like it takes effort. Like it's like it doesn't turn off. Like, you know, if you really want it. So yeah, man, I'm good though. I'm hungry as well.
Yeah.
Y'all fellas got plans for tomorrow?
No, but the third is the start of the fast for me. So let me know if you're still down.
Okay.
Because I just want to the night before. I just want to get
doing nothing. You want to get a what? What'd he say?
I don't know.
We'll talk.
Your internet said it's time to go. Your internet said it's time to go.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, y'all.